Welcome back to year number 12, week number 9, the Cascade Valley Coyotes. This week's matchup is a doozy because we're playing the USC Trojans, who we've had a lot of trouble with in our tenure. We took like 4 years, 5 years before we actually beat them in the game once they moved to our side of the conference, and then now we maybe have 1 or 2 wins in them over the last couple of seasons. We're doing better, but they're the number 12 team in the nation, and Lee Corso is picking them, which is crazy to me. And the one bright spot we have is we have the number 1 points per game, number 1 total offense. We've also played a couple of teams that are late trash, as the French say. But USC has an A+ offense. They have an A- defense. So maybe we can just outscore them. But based off how things went last game, I'm a little scared because I think we're playing at USC. Now, from a recruiting standpoint, not a lot really changed. We're still sitting number 1 with a lot of the teams we were sitting with. But there are 2 recruits that we actually just went and found. And I honestly want to tell you why we went and found them, because it's a little crazy. I mean, we went and found Tim Jones, an athlete who's a +17 boost. He's 83 overall, 95 speed, 89 acceleration. This guy could be really talented. He's actually got really good route running, 82 route running. He's at 81 catching. He's got really good zone and man coverage. He could be an absolute stud for us at receiver. He could also maybe play a little bit of running back. We'll see. And then Montario Moses, 92 speed, 86 acceleration. Again, I don't love the acceleration from these guys, but that could get a little bit better over time. This guy's probably more of a running back. It loosens at a 71, juke move at a 77, but he also could throw a little bit, 81 throw power, 88 throw accuracy. We'll figure out kind of where these guys fit. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm worried about Tyrell Brown. Tyrell Brown was a stud his freshman year, and I think a lot of my worries that maybe Warren Fullwood really unlocked a lot of his stuff. And now that we have a pocket passing quarterback, he isn't maybe as deadly as before. And maybe it's a sophomore slump. Maybe he's like Maurice Claret, where he peaked his freshman year, some things happen after that, and maybe he's not gonna be the guy we thought he could be. But I still believe he's got the talent. But he's currently 48th in rushing. He's run more times this year than he has last year at the same point, and he's averaging less yards per carry. So maybe it's the offensive line, maybe it's Tyrell Brown, maybe it's no Warren Fullwood. I don't know what it is, but I want to be careful about what happens with him going forward. And for what it's worth, as a reminder, Roshan Johnson is here still. Tyrell Brown, obviously sitting 2 in the depth chart, but we make him number 1 overall. Demetrius Thompson comes in next season. Does he have a really good bounce back after being a redshirt freshman? Does he come out with a higher speed threshold? Maybe he comes out and is an 85 overall next season. Maybe that changes things. Justice Woods is a redshirt freshman, probably gets cut from the team next year. Does someone else come in and replace him and then challenge for the top running spot? I don't care what your overall is in terms of being on this team. I care about what you do when you're on the field. And if you can produce on the field, I got a spot for you every time. The good news is, though, for Tyrell Brown is that he didn't move. He didn't fall. He didn't rise. He just kind of sat in the number 3 spot for the Heisman voting. But a 64-yard game with 26 receiving yards and not really having much production, especially in the end zone, that's not going to get the job done. Alex Caver still sits at the top. Walker Steen goes from the 4th spot up to the 2nd spot now, and he's balling. And then Mikael Williams falls down to number 4, and he's probably soon off of the entire list, in my opinion. And even though our game was dumb close and literally came down to the final seconds, and we almost lost because of a Hail Mary, we moved up to the number 1 spot because the team up north, Michigan, loses their game against Indiana. A team we beat, I'm just saying. The rest of your top 25 for the college football playoff rankings are CVU, Ole Miss, Nebraska, Auburn, and Army. For your top 5, Cal, Navy, UCF, SMU, Alabama sitting there in their top 10. USC again is number 12 right now. Boise State moves up to 20. You're going to see Florida State at 25, but Georgia Tech at 24. There's a lot of movement, and Penn State losing against Nebraska kind of hurt them too. They play LSU this upcoming week, which could be a loss for them again. I feel like USC is going to be hanging around. Alabama's going to be hanging around. Michigan will make another jump for being in that top spot with a lot of ranked opponents left this season. Our goal, though, is to make sure that we beat USC today. If we beat USC today, we should be pretty much a lock as long as we win out the rest of the season. Cascade Valley rocking the anthracite with a little bit of the McMervin combo jerseys, looking fantastic. Will they play fantastic is the question everybody wants to see. And look at Jeremiah Butler with a big 19-yard gain to start. Squad ready to go. Hit him with the play action. Taylor Reed. Luckily, that was not a fumble. They called it incomplete. A lot of guys over here on the right-hand side. We're actually going to go ahead and switch the play up a little bit. Get a little run going inside, see if we can do a little bit better, and just not a lot of room for Tyrell Brown. Loses a yard there. I will say the 15 rushing touchdowns that Tyrell Brown has this season is pretty remarkable. Like, that is just a stat that is blowing my mind with how many games we've ultimately played. But we're going to need him to do more than that. We're going to need this offense to do a lot more as we just go basically 4 and out here. Big 3rd down to 6. They throw it short, and Rodriguez Gibson nearly had his 16th interception of his career here. USC is going to line up here to try to kick a field goal. This is a pretty deep one. About 51 yards if my math is correct. Kick is up. This kick is going.
Nope.
And it's going to be short. The defense is going to do their job of holding them just at a field goal range. And Michigan barely beats Illinois after losing to Indiana the previous week. Read again. Makes some adjustments. Throws one. A tough one. In double coverage. They say he picked that off. That touched the ground. They said he intercepted that. To me, it was on the turf. But an interception for Reed. The first one in a minute. I'm challenging this play. They will not overturn this. But I want to challenge it out of spite because I'm frustrated. It just trickled down the man's leg. I hate to see it. Cowards. You need to stop. Sometimes you don't get one. Sometimes you just, you know, do that. Oh my God, DJ Byers, please. Anyone, please? Please? Yeah, the struggle is real right now. We got guys can't tackle. They're running all, I mean, our guys are falling down. Do we even want to play? I'll revoke all of your scholarships right now. Doing our best to put pressure on this running attack. And the moment we do, the quarterback says, nah, buddy, I'm gonna keep that one. First and goal. The quarterback is, he fumbled. And of course USC picks it up. I hate Vernon Green. I hate him. Second and goal, needing a stop. I mean, y'all don't want to cover anybody. Our guys need a stop. They go with a fullback run and just, we're in shambles in Cascade Valley. Why did it rain? Our hope there is he could hold on to it and we'd be in a really good spot, but unfortunately he was not able to do it. Reed gets absolutely destroyed there. Maybe we have enough room to kick a field goal. We'll see. We're gonna have Shepard come out. This is our punter normally, but we need to get some points to the board. And I don't want to try to go 4th and 23 and make something work. So Shepard is going to drill that. Thornhill on the hold, and we've cut the lead to 4. Defense, just do better. Not a huge fan of being this far back in your own territory, but it is what it is at this point. We went to J Bohm twice in a row on a very similar route, and we paid the price because of it. Just not what you need to do there. Call it a bad decision making from him. Call it an issue with the, you know, the offensive coordinator. We need the defense to do more what they're doing right there, which is get in the backfield again. Jaron Poe that time on the sack. Ladies and gentlemen, Devin Rogers actually was hurt on that play. So they have another quarterback in. No idea how long or how short he'll be in the game, but this is going to be scary. We have no film on this guy at all. Rogers is a sprained elbow. He's out for 1 quarter. So we know we've got an opportunity now to get something going. They throw one to the sideline, and of course they get the first down. Our defense is killing us. Backup quarterback just threw a no-look pass, and well, here we are, fighting for our life. Now he throws an absolute dot to Sutton, and USC is going to have a nice little lead, and we've got 2 minutes to try to score. First downs are key because they'll stop the clock. And we get a first down there. Mikkel Smith, big fan. Squad races up to the line of scrimmage. A close one, and McBride nearly has it. That was so close to being caught inside the 5. 17 seconds on the clock. Reed scrambling. Reed's got an opportunity. Reed is going to, they say he gets out of bounds. That was huge. If he doesn't, we do not have anything. 10 seconds left. We have no timeouts. We are trying our best to get into the end zone. A big throw, we're inside. Okay, we got to get a play off quick. 6 seconds left. Reed is here. Sees a guy, and he finds Jeremiah Butler in the back of the end zone with 1 second left. Cascade Valley is going to be within 4 points. Kickoff here in the second half. Rogers back into quarterback. Their running back, obviously, feeling pretty good about himself right now. We are just trying to get a stop and not let them get any more points on the board. Watching the run. I mean, our guys are getting pancaked. There is nothing we can do to get a stop. This is the worst our defense has played. USC just has our number. USC's done a fantastic job of taking away J Bohm from us the entire game. Bohm's gonna grab one, but he's at 4th and goal here. We take the field goal, we're down 8. I think we take the points. And typically we would probably opt to go for it and try to get, you know, the touchdown on the board, but because we've been so inept on offense, we just don't want to leave that drive without points on the board. The defense comes up huge, and now we've got an opportunity here with 3:21 left in the 3rd. USC is punting from deep in their own territory. Can we get a nice J Bohm return? This kick does not go very far at all. J Bohm doesn't get the blocks that he needs. He cuts back to the other side. Hold on a second. J Bohm is trying to do something. He's not going to do a lot, but that's 6 yards. Required him to run like 37 yards. Run blocking has to be key on this drive. We need to get the run established. Teams do not fear us like they used to, and a 6-yard loss on the first play is just not good. One of the most disheartening things about our offensive line is that we have spent so much time investing and trying to get better recruits, and we've got guys that are 90 plus across the board, and they just don't know how to block as a unit, and it's tough. This is a massive moment for our team. 3rd and 5. needing something. We go to McBride. McBride is there. That looks like a first down to me, and the refs finally agree with us. Keeping it moving here. McBride wide open. May have died on that juke move, but it was worth it. Keep in mind that even if we get a touchdown, we're still going to be down and need a 2-point conversion to get this game back in our favor. Tied up at least. Oh, no. Okay, that was an errant button press. Second down, keeping right at it. McBride didn't animate. We're in a situation where we absolutely need points. Boom. Or excuse me, Mikel Smith wide open, and he's inside the 10. Need a big-time player to step up here. And I just wish there was some blocking for that young man. 11 rushes, 44 yards is not Tyrell Brown. I refuse to believe that is the Tyrell Brown that we know after last season. Taylor Reed moving. Taylor Reed keeping it. Taylor Reed fighting for his bread, and they say he's in. The freshman putting the team on his back. And because we're down 2, we have to go for a nice little 2-point conversion.
Nope.
So close to being picked, so close to being a touchdown, but McBride's got to come to the ball a little bit more. Maybe an underthrown ball by Reed, but it's disappointment across the board. What we need here is a long drive and a touchdown. We have got to put points on the board, and it's got to be 7. Maybe we even go for 2. Who knows? But if Tyrell Brown's running like that, I feel like points are pretty much a given. Reed trying to flex his legs a little bit here. I mean, the fact that we didn't get a single block from that wide receiver is just abysmal. The wide receiver in question there was Jay Bohm, by the way. Jay Bohm has got to make that block. Not making that block is just detrimental to this entire team's progress. And they tried to stop Tyrell Brown, but he was not having it. Needed 1, got 2. Reed again, adjusting at the line. Doesn't like what he sees, has to get rid of it. A lot of guys were closely covered. Wasn't worth throwing one into coverage here. Second down again. I mean, these guys are pretty strongly covered, and Taylor Reed is trying to use all 65 of his speed to fight for his bread. Another heavy set here. Going with a run. Tyrell Brown finally looking for some blocks. Almost has them, but this defense, I mean, this offensive line will not put a hand on anybody. Brown has 95 speed. He's trying his best, but when your offensive line just won't put a body on anybody, it's just tough times for you every single time. Despite some tough times, we found a way to get some conversions here, but this is going to be one of the biggest ones of the game right now. Switching a lot of our guys around. A close one, and Mikel Smith is going to find a way to grab that one. What a throw by Taylor Reed. Only 3 defensive linemen. This should be an easy run for us. But I mean, USC's linebackers are generational. 2nd and 7. Joe McBride cooked the defense. He's open. He catches it, and USC is going to have their first deficit in quite a while. 10 plays, 66 yards on that drive. The true freshman looking like a 4-year senior. Needing the 2-point conversion here. Got an opportunity. Did he get it? I don't even know. I forgot what we had. I think he got it. That was insane. This has been a wild game. We finally have the lead. It's been what feels like forever. But we can't tackle. We're playing against the Terminator. USC continues to dominate on the ground. We've tried blitzing. We tried not blitzing. We have just struggled to keep them in check there. Now Rogers trying to go for a run. Zeron Poe is going to bring him down for only a gain of 1. Second down, 9 yards to go. USC goes underneath. Rodriguez Gibson pushes him out of bounds. Smart play. 3rd and 7. We are doing our best to get this crowd hyped up. We only have 3 men on the defensive line. We're praying they don't run here. They do run, and it's unfortunate. Things are getting spicy here. We're trying to get some pressure on Rodgers, but he throws an absolute dot to 85, and Tappan's going to get 26 yards and put him in field goal range. He stays the shotgun. 3 minutes left here in the game. So they drew up a screen. Our guys didn't react, and he goes out of bounds. We got bailed out. 2nd and 10. Rodgers tries to run. He holds onto the rock somehow. I don't know how he did that. Oh, this is bad. What do they do? He goes to the QB keeper, and our guys just cannot find a way to get off. They have the greatest blockers of all time. We're about to be down 1 point. Coach McMervin uses his first timeout. No, as he throws it, the game slows down. What are the chances? No shot. The game slowed down, so I couldn't throw it, and a pick happens there. USC is going to win it. 3rd and 13. They're actually going to pass the football. This is big if our... Unbelievable. That makes no sense whatsoever for those guys. USC ends up getting the job done. We struggled against him year after year, and Jameer Hardy was that guy. 152 yards. We watched him break probably about 15 tackles this game. Our defense couldn't tackle. Offensive line couldn't block. We couldn't get guys open on routes. We couldn't run the football. It's hard to win a football game when all that's happening to you. Taylor Reed's 3 interceptions definitely didn't help us out today. One of those literally touched the turf to start the game, and that really was one of the biggest difference makers in this game. 320 in the air is still solid. On the rushing, 3.6 yards per carry from your starting Heisman candidate running back is just not going to be it when you have 90 plus offensive linemen across the board. 79 yards for Jeremiah Butler. McBride was really good. Him and Butler were really the guys that we love today. But if you notice something, we didn't have more than one catch with Jay Bone. The first time in his young career, he's only had a single grab in a game, and that was honestly one of the storytellers. He dropped 2 big passes today. We had 1 drop by Brown, 2 by McBride, and when you have guys drop that many passes in a game when you're already struggling offensively, it's tough to win. Defensively, Rodriguez Gibson had 6 tackles for us, but he didn't do anything else on defense. Christoph Houston had a couple as well. He had a sack. We saw 2 from Odiari, 1 from Poe, 1 from Pollard, 1 from Wilkins, 1 from Houston. But their quarterback really just didn't do anything else. Like we hit him so many times, but it didn't amount to anything. No interceptions thrown today by him, and when you don't turn the ball over, we forced 2 fumbles on the quarterback. But when you can't actually get that turnover, it's gonna be hard for your team to win. It's their first loss of the season. There's still plenty of ball to play left, and it was the number 12 team in the nation that we lost to, so getting back in the playoffs might be a thing, but we've got to win out from here because that was a conference loss as well. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.